Yo, what's good everybody? Today I'm back with another labbing session. This one is... So, a lot of people struggle with Hwoarang. I don't think Hwoarang's like near top tier or anything like that, but you know, he's... I get a lot of people commenting and saying that, you know, he's a bit tricky for him and stuff. And obviously I have a lot of experience against Hwoarang. He's one of the characters that, when I was learning the game with Claudio, I was always fighting against Hwoarang. So, I kind of know the matchup extremely well. But I'll go through everything and like... I'll show you that he's not as strong as what people think he is. I mean, he's still strong. He's still got some crazy good tools, but there is ways around a lot of the stuff you will be eating. So let's just go through the move list and see what we can find out. So first is 1-1-3-3. This is not natural if you get hit by the first two hits. You can block, but if you get hit by the low, then the high is natural. Could be used as a round ender, I guess, but at high level this will not work. This string only really works at lower level, but because it is at high, you can launch it. They might just use the first 3 hits, so you can low parry. But if they're going to do the full string, you might as well duck. And I think you can delayed hop kick it. Yeah, you can. But at high level you won't see it, but other places you can. 1-2-3 puts him in flamingo stance, and he also has 1-2-4. Obviously, each flamingo, left and right flamingo, have different moves from. So he can enter both from his jabs, and eventually we'll get into which move comes out of which. 1-2-4 is the same thing, just from the other flamingo. So left and right. 1-2-4-3 is a bit of a good round ender, to be fair, because it catches people pressing in between and then they'll get hit by the mid. But it is safe, it's -8, and it's plus 3 on counter. I think it's the same on hit. Yeah, same on hit. So it's just one of those round enders really, that are the try-safe, or just a little bit of a neutral port. 1-2-4-4 is high, it's plus I believe, oh it's 0. So the pushback is massive, they'd only really use it at the wall. And if they did use this at the wall, a very common thing they would go for is this, because this counter hits. Let's put us at the wall and switch positions. And it would counter hit wall splat, because it's 10 frame I believe. Yeah, so it's 10 frames, it's a 10 frame counter hit wall splat, but if you have a read on that, you can duck it. I mean, you don't have to duck after the 1-2 forward 4, but you can duck that hit. So watch out for that at the wall when Hwoarang is a little bit plus or something like that, because they will go for that 10. Some of them will go for that 10 frame wall splat. 2-3 is it's just a quick way to get into flamingo pressure, but it's 12. Is it 12? Oh, it's 10 frames, so it's 10 frames, and leaves him in plus 3. Now, there's not too much that he can do. I think the jab is the best thing he can do. Yeah, see, the jab's probably the best thing he can do in that sort of situation against you. I don't think there's anything else, because if you jab against it and he does the power crush, you'll absorb it. And then you can punish it. So against 2-3, you can just jab. You can pretty much just jab. 2-4 is a bit different. I don't think you can jab against this one. I'll just check. I think you can jab that, and you'll trade, yeah. But if you start pressing too early, you will get counter hit. You know, so 2-4 is a bit different. So if you see, I know this is a bit difficult to see, but if he goes into, well, obviously you can duck this anyway if you get a read, but just the one jab was probably a good check. Actually, no, the one jab counter hits. So even no jab, you could dick jab, but then you lose to the hop kick. So if you need to recognize which stance he's in out of the left and right flamingo. So left flamingo you can jab check, right flamingo you can't. So I just move if possible. Because Hwoarang's quite linear, so you can just move. I did the wrong way. Or maybe you can't. No, yeah, you can. It's just you get caught by this. You will get caught by this if you try to step, but it won't be counter hit. But they think it will. But it will beat the other stuff. So if he does like, I can't remember which way this is. If it's left or right, I haven't played in a while. So if you do step after this, it must be right. So if you step right, and they do if they do that, they whiff. If they do the kicks, they'll think they've got counter hit, and then you'll duck the launcher. So in that situation, it's just best to move. I guess it's just best to move against Hwoarang, because eventually he'll do something that doesn't track, and then you're gonna kill him for it. This is like off the jab string, pretty much. So same thing, off the jab string. This is just for fake pressure. You can jab. Again, it's free forward, isn't it? Yeah. The quickest thing he's got is a jab. Oh, did I not record that? This is the quickest thing he has, and you can interrupt it. It's +2. It's is it a 13 frame jab or 14? 13 frame jab. So you can interrupt it. He's only +2. 3-3-3 is -14. I think you can delay the last hit. Yeah. So don't get caught with a 3-3, because that's what they'll look for. And you can down forward 3 or back 2. I wouldn't forward 2-2. It can be inconsistent. I mean, it's not there, but I have had this whiff, so I would always probably just back 2 just to be safe. Because look at the pushback. Sometimes it can be a bit awkward. 3-3-4 just puts him in a good situation, but you can duck it. It is a high. It puts him +10 on block, +20 on hit. So there's not much you can really do there. I'd probably just either step right, or I'd probably just block. I don't think it's worth ducking unless you've just got a hard read on the low coming out. I don't think you'll see this, but it is a high. This string is not used. Not used like that. You'll see like this sort of thing as a wall ender, but obviously not this string, but similar to this string. You won't really see that. No Hwoarang uses that. This is a good move. 3 tilt the 4 is -3. Sometimes I think it's -2, possibly. I have had this where it became -2 at one point, but maybe that got changed to exactly -3. It's just a mid check. I think it low crushes. Yeah, it does. It low crushes. And it's just a good safe mid that puts him at -3, so you can step after it and stuff. It's decent. 4-3. This is his 11 frame punish. Good solid punish. Leaves him +5. So with this, the most common thing you'll see is this, because this is 15 frames. So if you jab, they will counter hit launcher. A little trick. Another thing they'll do is try to start the pressure with down 3-4. Obviously because they can. You can interrupt that, but you won't want to because of the forward 1+2. So something you can do is, if this is the two options that you see in the Hwoarang go for. Oh shit! I cancelled the stance by accident. Then we can option select it. If this is what you see him go for. The backswing blow will beat both options, I think. Yeah, it beats both options. So if these are the two common things you notice the Hwoarang player going for after 4-3, because they will always pretty much press. I mean, they can do down forward 4, which is Hwoarang's home in safe mid, which beats the backswing. But only really top Hwoarangs do that. A lot of them go for the frame trap, so the backswing will beat that. Uh, 4-4 is it's also used as his 11th frame punish to go into a stance mix-up instead. It's +6. Oh no, it's +10. Sorry. The good thing about this one is, I'll show you something. Sorry. My bad. I don't know why it's doing it. Or maybe it's the wrong move. Oh no, that's that one, sorry. Yeah, I'll get to that, one. That's 4 forward 4. This one. This is also used as a punish, 11 frames, the same thing. But it leaves him +6, and in his right foot forward stance. Obviously the main check from this would be down forward 4, which is 13 frames, because if you get hit by this, it's +6. If you jab, you can actually get the full counter string, which is when I'm good enough. I haven't played Hwoarang in a while. Wait, I'm trying to remember the input. It's not that. Yeah, it's that, okay. So if you press like a jab, this is all guaranteed. Hold on. Oh, maybe I was just really slow in doing that. My bad. I think I was really slow doing the next bit. I need to change my timing. I'll do a slower move. That's all guaranteed on counter hit. It's obviously because I messed the timing up of that. But I'll just quickly show it in the quickest timing possible of what we can do if they do that. That's the quickest I can do it. Let me just check. Oh, I'm too slow. Yeah, because it is a frame trap. So if you get hit by this, this is funny. It's a mid as well. We can hop kick through this. So if they tried mid checking you with that, or like doing down 3-4 or whatever, you can just, you know, try to go into a stance switch or anything. You can just hop kick through this mid. This mid does not exist against Claudio really at all. This mid can be hop kicked all the time, even after rage drive. I'll just might as well quickly show you that now because we're past rage drive. This mid does not exist against Claudio. So if you can see him in right foot forward and they're trying to do this mid as their mid check, just hop kick, honestly, just hop kick. 4-4-3 is launch punishable. Try to remember this, a lot of people don't remember that this is launch punishable. When it does the overhead kick from the kicks, the 4 kicks, obviously he does this one if they're going to do the 4-4-4-4 one because people will duck. But this is launch punishable, it's -15. So we can't launch that. This is the one people try duck, which is a high, but there is another high extension from it, which is here. I mean, it's the same thing. This one's the one that you'll see more commonly after the free kicks, because the last it's either a high or a mid, and a lot of people try duck. But if they're using that string, then they're desperate. It's that one that you want to duck, which leaves him Hwoarang in a decent situation. It leaves him at this leaves him at +2, but in RFF, and I think this is a frame trap. Just double check. All the 4s, sort of. So if you mid check it, you will get counter hit launched, but it's just. It's one of those, really. It's one of those. You can either choose to duck, or I recommend, honestly, not ducking the last high and just don't do anything. Because if he does the mid, you get a free launch. If he does the high, he leaves him in +2, but just don't press anything, and then he's not too bad. This is just like turns him back turn. They'll mainly use this for OK and like at wall situations. This just switches stance. So if they want to get moves off a different stance, that's what they'll use that for. Forward 2 puts him in right foot forward, -2, but be careful challenging this, because this everyone jab checks this and you really shouldn't, because if he does forward 2 into back 4, he will get a counter hit launcher if you jab. I don't know why he didn't get a counter hit launcher, but they did that time. So do not jab this. Hold on, let me just check if back 3's okay. Yeah, sorry for my execution. I haven't been playing this game whatsoever. I literally barely play this game at the moment. Yeah, so you can. If you have a read on backlash instead, if you actually have a hard read on backlash instead of the back four, like you know they're going to do backlash in this situation, you can do this. This is all guaranteed. Like, if you just check it with 1-2 and you block the backlash, if you just press down back 2 and then spam 2, your whilst and 2 is perfectly timed to become a guaranteed launch. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can't launch backlash, you know. Which, if you duck backlash in like neutral and stuff, I won't recommend trying going for whilst and 2 because it probably will be at a block. So I always go for whilst and 1-1 on it. But if you have a hard read, this sequence is literally guaranteed. Okay, I don't know why I'm beating his power brush now. It'll always be a punish. Always. So you can do that. Forward 3, just... This puts him in flamingo. Some Hwoarangs do use this to go into a raw flamingo mix-up. But it's mainly used to like avoid stuff to get out of strings and stuff. Like, I think you can do it after down 1. If we do down 1-2. Oh, I can't really show it, can I? Yeah, I can't really show that. But it just puts them in flamingo. That's all. This is mainly used if they knock you down, like with a certain move. That'll use this. It's launch punishable. It can be used to avoid moves, obviously, because if it hits, it does quite a bit of damage. But mainly used after a knockdown move. But it's launch punishable. Similar, just the other side, going to flamingo. Very similar again. This one's just a high. It hits you as a high, but puts him in flamingo, and it leaves you in a plus, like a hella plus situation. So it's not your go. Again, we've covered this. It's 15 frames, -9. It's safe. Mainly used after 4-3, unless a Hwoarang's just dashing in your face and they're trying to catch a counter hit. But main use after 4-3. Down forward 1-3 is his new 13 frames. So if we do like down back 2-1, this is how he punishes it. There's certain situations you need to be careful with this. So I'll show you all the common things that you'll see after this. If this is blocked, by the way. So these are the common things that if you block this move, this is what the Hwoarang will retaliate with. So the first one is back 1. If you jab, you know, out like that. This is the most common one. Obviously, outside of rage, this is the most common one that they will do. So to beat this, you can. I don't think is forward 3 quick enough. So forward 3 is not quick enough. So to beat this, you either step right, I believe. Yeah, so step right, because if you go left, I think you go with him. Yeah, so step right and it will whiff, and then you can just launch. Or I think a backdash should. Yeah, a backdash is pretty much nice, but stepping right is pretty good because if he does the other option, which is this one. So if you're like waiting for, you see how we just moved around him a bit. You see how you're waiting for like back 1, but he's gone into, because if you challenge this one, he'll just he will absorb that and then go into a flamingo mix-up. So against that, just move to the right. Just move to the right. And again, if you challenge it and he does rage art, it can just do rage art. It is a rage art setup. And obviously his rage art is safe. So again, move to the right. Just keep moving. If you see the down forward 1-3, move to the right. It will be everything he does. Apart from move to the right and block. Sorry, move to the right and block. Because some Hwoarangs will do this just to try to stop you. I'm not. It is unsafe. Obviously, it's an unsafe option, a very unsafe option. But if you just move to the right and block, it's -12. And if you just move to the right anywhere, you'll beat every other option anyway. So stepping right against down forward 1-3 is the main thing you need to do. So this is the full string. It can be cancelled after the it can be cancelled, but both hits are -14. So if he does the first hit there on its own, this is -14 as well. So both are punishable, but it can do down forward 3 into forward, and it does cancel into whatever he wants to go into. So you know, be careful on that one. This is the move I was talking about that top Hwoarang players use after 4-3. This isn't legit a frame trap like after 4-3 because it's 4-3 is only +5, and this is 16 frames. But it's a really good homing mid. They will check you after you do back 1, and they will check you with this. So if you do back 1 and most Hwoarangs check you down forward 4, you can jab after it and you will win. But yeah, it's just it's a nice little homing quick mid. Down 3-4, the one everybody seems to struggle with. So there is so many options off down 3-4. Obviously, I'll just show you what we have against it. So the common thing after down 3-4 blocked is this. Because if you do while standing 2 to try launch, you will get caught. You can do while standing 1-1. While standing 1-1 will win every time, no matter what. But if you have the hardest reads, because every Hwoarang will do this if they see you block it, just stay ducking and then launch. Just they can't do anything about that, but if you do it too early, you're just gonna get caught. Like, so just once you see the kicks, then launch. A lot of Hwoarangs do this. Another thing you can do, so if you see this, if you ever see this with Hwoarang, down 3-4 and they stand switch, you need to be so if you clicked on you've been hit by down 3-4, please watch what the Hwoarang does after this. So your option is you can just do this. You can just do this, or you can just move. So if he does, let's just look at if he tries to do down 3-4 to down 3-4. Like the Hwoarang pressure that everyone struggles with, or they can just keep repeating it, or they can go for a launcher. So this is what people get lost with. So if I get hit by this and I see the stance switch, I can hop kick. If I get hit by this, I can just sidewalk left. It's not real. It is not real. I think even the main thing that the main mix-up, I think you can hop kick it, but you don't get a combo. So this is what catches people ducking where they think it's cheap. Again, if you see him switch stance, you can just hop kick. Or just walk to the left. Just walk to the left. Obviously, he has a straight mix-up with this and this. It's just a straight mix-up. Like, every character has a mix-up in some sort. You just have to guess. Obviously, it's just a duck or a don't duck. And obviously, that's -10, which shouldn't be -10, I don't believe. But, you know, that's just a mix-up, but that's not pressure. That's not the Hwoarang pressure everybody's bothered about. You can so tell if Hwoarang has switched stance. You can tell if he's switched stance or not. So as a Claudio player, I'll show you another option that the hop kick completely stuffs it. So this is another one where they'll put themselves +4 to create pressure. It's switch stance, just hop kick. You're just watching, you've seen you've been hit by it, watch his body turn. And then you know to either walk left or just hop kick. It's just, you know, it's fake pressure. It's only real, like his options after this first stance that's his biggest pressure tool off his first stance. Then move. Just move. If he hits you with that, just move. Because let's show the follow-up from. Okay, so main pressure. See how I stepped? Just fake pressure. His main pressure tool is the flamingo jab from the first stance after down 3-4. So if you go, just move. Just move and block. Just move and block. It can't do anything. It cannot do anything. Or if he's doing this at the wall, I think the hop kick beats it. I'm just double check where I'm pretty sure it does. If this is just the pressure and you don't want to guess. I'll just record it. So this is the pressure that you're going to get hit by. Oh shit, I got hit by the jab. Just hot kick. Just hot kick after the jab. I mean, it is risky. It is risky because they can do this. Oh, hold on. Not that. You don't really want to try to duck the jab too much. This is what will beat the hot kick. But if you backlash is so slow that if you just step, you can duck. I think it's just one jab after that. Maybe it might work. No. Yeah, so it might, maybe down back to 1 might work. No. Okay, so with this one, because of the way that it comes out, just move. Honestly, just move. You'll be able to see the backlash coming out. His pressure is not real. His main pressure tool obviously is the jab. You can either hot kick to beat the down forward 4, or just step left. And then if he does the backlash duck, you can see it. Honestly, you can see it. And if he switches stance, hot kick or walk left, it's not real pressure. So many people freeze up in the situation and it's just fake. It's not real. Okay, so next we have down 4-4. This is a counter hit launcher and there's nothing you can do about that. They will only use this if they're desperate. It's not natural. You can duck the second hit. They will only use this if they're desperate. Down back 3 is just a low poke. It is 0, so a lot of Hwoarangs like to do this into while standing 4-4. This isn't real. You can jab this. Your jabs will win. And if they notice you doing that, they'll either stay ducking or they'll do this. And obviously, it's your go after that. If you challenge us with jabs and they do the low, they're still at -4, so it's your go. This is like a frame trap to catch people pressing. Like again, they can do this. So if you block this and try launch, you can't. But it is a mix-up because they can do nothing. But if you block it, while standing 1-1 is one of Claudio's ones that doesn't work, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's -1. While standing 4 doesn't seem to work either. With this law, it's just a bit of a weird one. Again, they don't have to go into the. I think this is one of his better laws as well because they don't actually have to go into. So while standing 1-1 does punish this, but they don't actually have to go into flamingo. So it's one of those. Do you want to risk the punish? I probably would just stay ducking because if they do the kicks, you can just launch them anyway. So it's just one of those. Again, it is a follow-up, but the follow-up's useless. You can just do while standing 1-1 or while standing 2, so it's mainly used as a screw because that screws. So the most common thing is to go into flamingo, so I'd stay ducking. Again, I don't know why while standing 1-1 or while standing 4 doesn't work. It's just one of Hwoarang's cheap things. That's one of his cheaper things, I reckon, is down back 4. The unblockables, it can be used as like a wall combo, like tech trap thing, but don't worry about that. Back 1 is just an evasive move, it's -14, so you can back to it, and if you have starburst, that's great, because you know, they're probably going to fall for that. Back 2 it's like an evasive, I think it high crushes as well, to be honest. It's a bit of a weird one, but it is a high, you don't see it too much. Launch punishable, not too much about that move. Back 3 is his 16 frame launcher, so it's -19, you need to be punishing this, you need to be launch punishing this. If they throw it out, you cannot let them get away with it. Back 4 is 13 frame, it's a 13 frame punish that leaves him in right foot forward, so you can do stuff out of this, but it is a high, so you'll never see it. It's just, well, like you might see it. I mean, like you won't be able to react to it. So you can't just like, if you just duck him raw and you manage to duck it, that's just lucky on you. But it is a counter hit launcher, so be careful on that. Well, back 3-3 is mainly used from crouch as his 16 frame launcher. It is a high, so please duck. One thing about Hwoarang, he cannot launch Claudio's down back 3. he cannot launch it. So if you do down back 3 and they block it and they try punish with up back 3-3, please duck it. So let's say they just blocked it and they tried to launch it, please duck this. There is a mid, which is this. And leaves Hwoarang in a decent situation. Again, he's at -4, so let's see what the option is. So what's the option to beat this? So he can jab, and you trade with 12. So you might get back 4-1 here. Hold on, I'll try to do it quicker. No, so you can't. The stun's too bad. So just you can 10 frame this, or again, like I said about Hwoarang, just move. And if they think that you've been hit by this, it's the funniest thing. Sometimes I like to bait them with that, and just like I'll let them hit me with it if I've got the life. So I'll hold forward here, and they think they've got counter hit, and then I'll duck and launch. That's the one thing you can do. It's quite cheap. It's just hold forward. If you know they're gonna do the kicks, it's like if you're stuck in that sort of situation where you've been hit by something and you're like, oh shit, and you know they're gonna try do the kick to try keep a bit of pressure or catch a counter hit. You can just get hit by them and then duck. It's a bit of a cheap thing to do. This is just like an evasive, like jump back move. It's safe, so no about that move. Up 3 is +5. A lot of people don't know that this is plus and challenge after it. It's linear as hell, mainly used in combos, and it's not really used too much in neutral. Same with the up 4, sorry, it's the same sort of thing from the other stance, but it's only +3. Up forward 3 +4 is the what's it called? The like orbital he has. It's a bit of a shit one, to be honest. I have had it where like you can do down back 3. So I do it. I've had it where down back 3 like it goes under it. It's a bit of a shit one, but it is a launcher. It does the low crush. This is uses a 14 frame punish or wall carry. -13, -10 if he doesn't finish it, I believe. Yeah, -10 if he don't finish it. So you can always jab. You can always jab punish it. Up forward 2 is mainly used as a spike move, or maybe at the wall because it's pretty linear and you know no range. But it's +5, so there is a frame trap from it. So be careful what you press. Hunting Hawk. It is a launcher. To be fair, if it hits, you don't have to. You can just commit to the first 2 hits. Oops. You can commit to just the first 2 hits, which I believe is safe anyway. Yeah, so it's -8, so it's safe. So it's just, but it's mainly used as a combo window or something. The thing about this move is you cannot low parry that low. Like you cannot low parry it. You need to block it, and it puts Hwoarang at +1, so it's like still his go. But you can like dick jab, and it will be pretty much anything he's gonna do anyway. Or you can Martin in 4. I think that's pretty safe as well. But the thing with this move is, let me show you what's gonna happen. Let's say you've got no life. You've got like a little bit of life left, like just enough life to absorb an attack. Let's say. This is a common Hwoarang thing. After the raise drive on block, they can go into this move. Watch. If you rage art, you eat the whole thing. I don't know why I didn't eat the whole thing. You even eat the low. So I don't know why. Maybe I've done the string wrong. But you eat the low as well. It's just a string that they use. That if it's gonna kill, the whole string hits. It'll kill. Hold on, maybe if I slow my rage out down, hold on. Will that work? I don't know why the low's not hitting, maybe I did it wrong. And that can happen as well, yeah, I forgot sometimes that happens. It's rare, but it happens, so it's one of the main things they'll use after rage drive if you've got rage, just so you eat the damage and stuff. Forward 3 is +6, it is completely Hwoarang's go. Please do not get this mixed up. Let me just check if it's the next move or not. No, it's not. I don't know if it'll show it, it might. Please do not get forward 3 mixed up with right foot forward 3. So forward 3, his right foot stays on the ground, and RFF, so right foot forward 3, he jumps. Forward 3 is +6. Forward 3 is not. So forward 3 +6. Forward 3 from RFF is -6. It is not Hwoarang's go after this. It is not Hwoarang's go after this. So many people respect this thinking it's Hwoarang's go. It is not. So you can take your go after this. This one you can't. This one you can. It is your go. Peacekeeper, again, it's just a safe mid. It's quite linear, and you can step it. Obviously, a lot of people are like, oh, they'll just backlash after it. If you have a feeling they're going to backlash, I don't think I did that right anyway. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but I don't play this game enough anymore for my execution. And I'm normally good with Hwoarang as well. Right, okay, so if they do, if you block this and you think they're going to do it, obviously I'm really slow there. You can just do down back 3. They can't launch it, it's not too risky, but top Hwoarang players will be expecting you to do this. So they will be ready to duck, so I just dash in and do nothing, see what happens. Crouch dash 3 is his wall bounce. I'll just show you. And I'll show you something about this move. So it's his wall bounce. And this move is +4? 3, 4? +4. So, because it's Hwoarang's go, the common thing, the frame trap that he's going to use is this. It's 13 frame jab, uninterruptible. If you jab check, you lose. If you block, Hwoarang's +5. This jab is +5 on block. It's Hwoarang's go. If you want to beat this jab, obviously a jab you can't duck and launch or out, so let me just try do it and block. Shit, it's so slow. Oh shit, I didn't want to duck. That should work. You can't. Even while standing 1-1, it's just not there. The cover's too quick. So if you know, this is the most common thing a Hwoarang player will do after this. If you block this, this is the only frame trap they have where they can keep their go and beat your jabs. So it's +7 on counter, it'll beat you, and on block it's +5. So they're obviously wanting to go for this. Back 2 beats it every time. So after crouch dash 3, back 2 will beat this every time and class as a punish. So if you've got Starburst and they go for this, beautiful. Beautiful. So back 2, obviously, back 2 will lose to the power crush if they do the power crush, but you need to start making them do the power crush so you get free damage. If they start doing the power crush, which is this, you can jab and do this as well. You can jab and then block. So if you know they're going to do the power crush, jab and then block, and if you know they're going to do the jab, just do back 2. That's how you beat that. Just Frame Skyrocket is, I think this is the Just Frame version, right? No, this is the normal version. If this is not a blue spark, it is launch punishable. You can launch this. So please, if you see this, launch it if possible, if you can react to it. There is obviously a Just Frame version. Which, is it on there? I don't need to go into all these. I've pretty much showed these. I've pretty much showed everything for that. I'll just take you through some flamingo stuff at the end. So just frame skyrocket is this one. This one's safe. They both launch, but this one's the safe version. So if you see the blue sparks, then you know you can't launch it. Right. Apart from the frozen stuff, let's take you through some common flamingo stuff. So the launcher that mainly people get caught with because they want to duck down 3-4 is this one. This one's -14. It does launch, you know, it's tricky. You can interrupt it with a hop kick like I showed, but if you manage to block this, always back 2 punish this, because forward 2-2 is inconsistent. So please back 2 punish this, otherwise you will get punished for forward 2-2 with Hwoarang's forward 4. With this string, obviously you know it's a low. If you block this, it's only -14. Don't try launch this, please. You know, back 2 or forward 2-2 this. Otherwise, you know, if you block this, it's hella punishable. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, this is a common setup. So if they switch stance and you don't do anything about it and do this jab, from this stance, this jab is +5, so it's not your go. This is a legit frame trap that Hwoarang players will go for. So if you're froze up here and they've jabbed and you think, oh, I'll take my go, you will get counter hit launched. That's pretty much it for Hwoarang in terms of what you need to know. Keep moving left, and hop kick is not a bad option against Hwoarang. It does crush a lot of stuff that he has with the low pressure and the, obviously his main down forward, his down forward 4 from RFF mid check. The 13 fail that counts for, tries to go for a counter launch. It will stuff it out. If you see him stance switch, you can see it. It's fake. Please walk left or hop kick. Other than that, he is a solid character. He's pretty decent, but he's not too bad to deal with once you know and once you can understand what his options are from his stances and what the most common things he's going to use. But yeah, that's it for Hwoarang. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.